Yo, what is up guys? Del Boy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. Hopefully you guys are doing well. If you're new here, smash that like, hit subscribe, all of that good stuff. So Ohara Davies defeats Tyrone Mckenna by a majority decision to win the MTK Golden Contract in the super lightweight division. Now, as far as I'm concerned, I think the judges made the correct call. It was a relatively tight fight, kind of an awkward fight to score, it never really caught fire or anything like that. But, in my opinion, when you look at this fight round by round, it was Ohara Davies who was clearly landing the harder punches. He was landing the damaging punches, as you could see by Tyrone Mckenna's face. I know that doesn't always tell a full story, but it was clear that Ohara Davies was the guy pushing the fight, landing the harder shots. And yeah, I just preferred the way he was going about his work, more so than Tyrone Mckenna. I felt Tyrone Mckenna started pretty well in the first 3 rounds. He was kind of boxing on the back foot, maintaining distance, whereas Ohara Davies was kind of following him around and throwing single shots. And in those moments, Tyrone Mckenna could see these shots coming, and he was just really sort of prodding, probing, and picking Ohara Davies off. But as the fight went on, Ohara Davies started to up his work rate just ever so slightly, and he then started to land a higher percentage of power punches. And yeah, as the fight wore on, I just felt it was Ohara Davies who was in control, and he was the one who was really forcing the issue. From like round 4 to round 9, I felt it was Ohara Davies who was in control. Tyrone Mckenna for me was just too negative, boxing on the back foot, flicking the jab. He was landing the odd nice counter here and there, but nothing of any note, There was never really any moments in this fight where you thought to yourself, damn, that's a great shot by Tyrone Mckenna. Maybe it buzzed Ohara Davies. Whereas Ohara Davies, landed a punch which cut the eye of Tyrone Mckenna. And there was a couple of times when you could tell that Ohara Davies' power really kind of forced Mckenna backwards, and it forced him to kind of reset and readjust. We never got that from Tyrone Mckenna. Tyrone McKenna, finished round 10 pretty strong. He upped his work rate. I think he realised it was a fairly close fight that he was probably behind in. And round 10, I think you could argue Tyrone Mckenna won. But in my opinion, that wasn't enough. And, I think the sort of correct score in this fight was around sort of 6 rounds to 4 to Ohara Davies. This really wasn't a pretty fight like I mentioned earlier. Tyrone McKenna, a really tall, rangy southpaw. I believe McKenna's like 6 foot. And Ohara Davies is a gangly sort of puncher, very awkward stance, side on, poor footwork, not great at cutting the ring off, and it kind of made for a really awkward affair. Neither guy really looked like they can go beyond this level, which is domestic level, but in my opinion, Ohara Davies certainly did enough, and yeah, he's won the MTK Golden Contract in the super lightweight division. Not sure what they're going to do with Ohara Davies from this point onwards. Maybe sort of get him in there for a European title shot, something like that. After winning this tournament, that could be a good step for him. Another fight I'd like to see domestically would be Ohara Davies versus Lewis Ritson. I think that would be a pretty fun fight at £140. Both guys campaign in that division. I think that would be a pretty interesting option. MTK basically work with everybody, and obviously Lewis Ritson is with Matchroom, so I think that fight could be makeable. That's the sort of fight I want to see from Ohara Davies next. Somebody of a decent standard. More than likely he'll come unstuck when he goes to that level. But, after winning this tournament, you might as well take a step up, as far as I'm concerned. Why not, right? And if they're feeling really brave, maybe chuck Ohara Davies in there with somebody like Pablo Cesar Cano. Somebody along those lines. As for Tyrone Mckenna, his ceiling is definitely domestic level. And listen, I'm sure there's a few fights for him around this level. But yeah, the guy's not going to go any further than that, in my opinion. Pretty awkward fight. Wasn't a terrible fight, but the fight never caught fire. Ohara Davies wins by a majority decision. And in my opinion, the right man did win this fight. Anyway, share your thoughts below. Been your boy Del Boy. I am out. Peace.